Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So today's video, I don't know how to start this. So there's a lot that's been happening in the world recently, and it's been going on for quite a while, but it's really hit a lot closer to home for most people in the United States just recently. And you know, I don't I don't want to downplay the seriousness of the illness that is going around. Obviously, it is a thing that is happening. It is real. A lot of people are being impacted by it. My life personally has not really changed because I don't really leave my house very often anyways. So for me, my life is the same. I stay at home, I edit videos, I clean the house, I work in the yard, I visit my grandmother, I come to my grandmother's house to film videos, and I do it all over again. So my very, very small, limited circle of interactions has not really changed. But I realize for a lot of people, things have changed very drastically. So I have been doing this little makeup look that I'm going to be showing you for a very long time. This is not really something new. This is I'm not really leaving the house today, but I don't want to look terrible makeup look. It's really fast, it's really easy, and like I said, I've been doing this kind of like very simple, very quick makeup look for a very long time. It also looks great if you have a conference call, because a lot of people are, working from home, doing classes online, doing distance learning. I actually have a virtual meet and greet campus visit type thing on Thursday for one of the PhD programs that I was accepted to. So that'll be interesting. But, I've been doing a lot more of this, telecommuting, online webinar type thing. So, you don't want to leave your house. You don't feel super great. You don't feel cute, because I don't feel cute like this. I'm very happy that my skin is in a much better place, although not right now. To be honest, my skin has been going not great. I'm rambling. I do makeup for myself anyway, so I feel better when my dark circles are covered up. That's just me. So, this is if you don't want to leave the house, but maybe you have to jump on a conference call later and you just want to feel kind of cute, but you don't want to put a lot of time or effort into it. This is the makeup tutorial for you. So I'm going to try to make this really quick. I'm going to time myself. I said we're, because I feel like, we're all in this together, but really it's just me here. I'm alone. So I'm going to time myself. We're going to make this quick. We're going to make it fast and simple. And I'm just going to talk you through what I've been doing for my quick, simple, everyday stay-at-home makeup. Sound fun? Okay, cool. Let's get started. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. You may have some extra time on your hands. You want to check out some more of my videos? Go ahead, hit subscribe. That'd be cool. All right, let's go. All right, are we ready to do this? So I got the stopwatch pulled up on my clock. I'm going to time myself and see. This is probably going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, but this is pretty quick. So I'm going to, ready? 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. So what do I do when I want makeup done, but I don't want to spend a lot of time doing it? This is my thing. So I always start with a pore filling primer. This is the Cover FX blurring primer. This is the one I've been using because I'm trying to use it up. So I cut it in half because I'm frugal like that. Oh, geez Louise. Times now I have like stress because I have to go fast. So you can see I've been using this up. I'm going to take, a fair dollop, pretty big size. Whatever pore filling primer is your favorite, whichever one you like best, go for that. This is just the one I'm using right now because I want to use it up. I take a little extra time to do the pore filling part because, think you don't, for me at least, I feel like I don't need as much foundation coverage if my pores are like hidden a little bit. So I really rub it in and then I kind of like press and roll to make sure that smile lines, I have pores kind of just right in the center of my face. Smile lines on my chin and then on my forehead. It's kind of also where I have somewhat large pores. Okay, cool, first step done. The next thing I do is go in with a kind of oil controlling primer. If you have more dry skin, maybe go in with more of a hydrating primer. I have combo skin, so I go in with more of an oil control primer. This one I've been liking a lot recently. This is the Versali Liquid Powder. Skin Tune Blur is another one of their primers. This is the liquid powder. I love this. You really want to shake this up. I like this one because it does do some like nice oil controlliness, but it's not, I don't know. I just like it. I can't open it. Jeez Louise. Why can't I? Well, because I put the other primer on my hands. Now I can't unscrew this. Okay, there we go. This, you can do whatever you want. You can do the Instagram droppy, which I think I'm going to do. So a little bit on my forehead, a little on my nose, on each of my cheeks, and a little on my chin. Okay, cool. And now I just pat this in. I don't rub it in, I pat it in because I don't want to disturb the pore filling that I just did with the other primer. I've tried it both ways, putting this primer on first and then pore filling on top of it. I feel like the oil controlliness doesn't work as well that way for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like it works better when it's on top. But I don't want to lose any of that oil, the pore filling. Okay. So pat it, this will start to change texture and it'll get a little dry. You'll be able to tell when it's actually dry. Okay, I think that's enough. I don't want to like overwork it. If it still feels a little damp, I'll just do a little quick drying action. Okay, cool. So now I do foundation or my base. I kind of take this in one of two directions. Either I use concealer all of my face kind of as concealer and foundation, or what I actually have been doing this past week and loving is using foundation as concealer and all of my face. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. This is the shade 7. It's way too dark for me. It's also super, super, super full coverage. But I literally take one pump of this, and I start by putting it under my eyes as concealer and then kind of spreading it out throughout the rest of my face. It actually has a really nice kind of light medium coverage if you just use like the smallest amount of it. And I like it because it lasts a really long time and doesn't get oily throughout the day, but it is a little more full coverage. This is what I've also been going out and going for walks because it's nice weather. I'll use this one if I'm like, going out for a walk. But what I normally do is I just take my concealer. I like a really good full coverage concealer. So this is my Tarte Shape Tape and this is in the shade Tan Sand. To do this, I use a concealer that is pretty close to my skin tone. Tan Sand is not really one I would use if I wanted to do brightening, but I don't bother brightening. I just use concealer. I want to conceal my dark circles. I want to conceal any redness. So I'll go around my nose because I kind of get some redness around my nose, down the bridge of my nose. I kind of go all over my nose, on my chin. On my forehead, actually. And then I will take just kind of one swipey on my cheek, and this is like the rest of my concealer. So I'll just do one swipe there, one swipe here. I have like a beauty mark that I tend to cover up. So this is the amount of coverage. I'll do a little bit. If there's anything left, I'll put some on my neck. Just so when you are in your conference calls, they still don't see any difference between your neck and your face. Now, and on my eyelids, because I use this as like eyelid primer. I don't prime my lids separately. I just use whatever foundation or concealer I'm using as eyeshadow primer. Now, because I want this to be the most coverage possible, because I'm not going to do foundation and concealer, I'm just doing one. I let it dry a little bit, and then I will either go in with a concealer brush. This is the Jeffree Star concealer brush, JS3. I really love this concealer brush, or a not a damp sponge, or a dry sponge. Clean, dirty. This one's actually fairly clean. I did wash it, but usually at home I use whatever dirty sponge I have on hand because I'm gross. You should wash your sponges, but I usually just use whatever dirty sponge I have. I'm gonna use this dry sponge. Like I said, this one is clean, but you can also use a concealer brush if you want. I actually think I'm going to use the concealer brush under my eyes because I find that gives the most coverage. And it's really great for working in the concealer on my eyelid and not letting it be, too thick. And then I'll start going around my nose, down the bridge of my nose. I'm really trying to get it all covered in. Oh, then I forgot I was going to use the sponge. I'll use the sponge too. And then on the forehead, just basically, I drag it. So it really gets sheared out. It's not a ton of coverage. Obviously, if you want more coverage, you can do more coverage. I don't really care. I'm doing this for myself so that I feel like I look better and I don't scare people when I show up on a camera, on my computer. But I don't feel like I need a ton of coverage. And then I blend upwards with the concealer on my cheek just to so it connects and there's not a really noticeable blank space on my cheek from where I had concealer. Like I said, this is why you do want your concealer to kind of be skin tone-esque. But it doesn't have to be an exact match because you will cover it up with sorry, I was saying something. It doesn't have to be an exact match because you will cover it up with blush and bronzer, but I think the closer the match possible is good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm happy with that. That looks good. Okay, now I'm going to take powder. This is just the powder that I've been reaching for a lot. This is the Patrick Star powder. Use whichever your favorite powder is. And then I will go under my eyes to really set that. And then I actually will take it on my eyelid to set down the concealer on my eyelid, just because I feel like with concealer as eyeshadow primer, I tend to get a little creasy, so make sure to set that. And then I will take my bigger powder brush and then very quickly, lightly set the rest of my face. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to take bronzer. And the bronzer that I've been using a ton recently is the Hoola Caramel Bronzer. It's my go-to favorite bronzer of the moment. I love it. And I'll take my big bronzer brush and just start slapping this on. Kind of crazy. I really don't spend a ton of time do a little bit on my nose, but I don't contour my nose. I don't bother contouring my nose. I figure, what's the point? And then I will take it kind of over my nose a little bit and on my cheeks just to blend it all together and make sure, I don't know, I kind of go all over my face with bronzer, to be honest. And this is an extra step. You don't have to do it. I only do it sometimes if you feel like you want a little more shape. I'll go in with a slightly darker bronzer. This one happens to be from Makeup Geek. Sorry. This is the shade Burnished. It was on sale recently at Makeup Geek because they are getting rid of these. They're like discontinuing them. So I will just use a little extra contour. If you're going to be on camera, you have that Zoom meeting, you know, you're doing a lot of work on Microsoft Teams, I will slightly contour, just ever a little bit. And then I blend that out with my bronzer brush. Cool. Now, eyeshadow. I will take my bronzer that I just used and I will use this as eyeshadow. So I'm going to take a pointed blending brush. Doesn't matter which one. I literally just grab whatever one still has brown eyeshadow on it. And I will put this in my crease. This is a terrible mirror. Like I hate this. It's a terrible mirror. There we go. So I take it and start in the outer corner. I kind of start at the outer corner of my eye and go up, kind of focus on my brow bone right here. Focus there and then drag it into my crease, into my, to define that shape. So I still have a little bit of that, it's kind of the lifted eyeshadow look where I start kind of making a little bit of a wing, as if you were drawing a wing, but just dragging it out. Focus on that outer brow bone and then drag it into the crease, and then I do take it all over my lid, although I'm going to do something else with my lid, which you'll see in a minute. But yeah, just drag it up from the outer corner of your eye to your brow bone. Go round in circles on your brow bone, and then drag it in your crease to the inner corner. Out like a little bit of a wing. Round in circles on your brow bone, drag into the crease. Really simple one eyeshadow look, but it still kind of gives that shape that I like. I mean, it's really messy. It's not doing a ton. If you want to get fancy, you can take that darker bronzer that I used and kind of define things, but I'm not for this occasion. Now, take the same bronzer and then just run it under your lower lash line. And it's just bronzer, and so I don't care if it's messy or not. Okay, there you go. Cool. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of Community? I love that show. Okay, blush. So this is my favorite blush that I've been using recently. This is the Kissin' a Frog, the Tiana blush from ColourPop. It was part of their Midnight Masquerade. It's a perfect shade of blush for my skin tone. I really love dusty rose blushes. And then this one is a satin blush. So for what I'm going to do next, I would recommend a satin blush. So I'm just going to take my finger, rub it in the blush, and then pat this on my eyelid as kind of a lid color. But really messy, super quick. I don't care if it gets in my crease, then I'll just take the same brush that I used and kind of define my crease a little bit. But it does give a little extra color to your lid. And then using the same color bronzer that you used and the same color blush that you've used. Excuse me, I don't know why cars are sounds like they're drag racing outside. Anyways, yeah, using the same blush that you used, using the same bronzer that you used, I feel like it does a good job of tying the whole look together, even though you're doing, literally the bare minimum. It kind of makes it look a little more put together, in my opinion. Now I will take this blush and I don't know, just put on my blush. I love this one because it's a satin blush, so I think a satin blush works better for doing the trick on your eyes because I'm not using a eyeshadow primer or like a glitter glue or anything. Having something that, like, I don't know, it gives a little extra dimension to the eyeshadow look as well. I also go kind of heavy with the blush, like take it e-girl style over your nose, up onto my brow bone. I did do this look yesterday with not a satin blush, and it worked fine too. So you don't have to, but this is what I've been using, and I like it. Cool. Done with blush. Now, highlighter. I have been using this guy a lot. So this is the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. I just got it. It was on sale from Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, so I've been using this one a lot. And I realized that this is totally a dupe for the Anastasia Amrezy. Just a fun trick because you can't get your hands on Amrezy anymore. It's been discontinued. I have this one that I love, and I also have backups because it's fantastic. But literally, the Ofra Rodeo Drive is such a dupe for Amrezy that is just like, it's ridiculous. They're so similar, and like the formula, the texture, everything about them, it's fantastic. So fun tip there. So with Rodeo Drive, I'm going to take my tiny pencil brush, pop this on the inner corner, pop this under my brow bone, okay, grab a highlighting brush, and then just very lightly hit the tops of my cheekbones with it. I don't go super heavy with the highlighter because, I don't know, I wear highlighter because I like it. I like, you know, if I'm walking by a mirror to catch a glimpse of some reflection, but you don't need it. Just a little bit also to make you not look like dead when you're on camera is nice. Cool. And then if you get a little too much, you can always blend it out with your bronzer brush. Okay, cool. Done with that. Last step, a little bit of setting spray. And I'm gonna do mascara. I just do basically I do very light mascara. I've been using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara a lot recently. I love it. I think it's great. Whatever mascara you have, on the lower lash line and then on the upper lash line. I'll do maybe 2 coats just because I don't know. Also, kind of fun trick, if you get really close to the lower lash, or to your actual lash line, you can kind of make it, like cheat it. Oh, great. Look at that. This is what you do. This is what happens when you're going to rush. What was I saying? Oh yeah, you can kind of cheat it to sort of make it look like you have eyeliner on when you don't. Sometimes I will use just like a brown eyeliner really quickly to tightline my upper lash line. More often than not, I don't bother with that because I'm not going anywhere. No one's gonna see me. And you know, with a little mascara, my eyes don't look dead, so. Close enough is good enough, right? I wonder, can I get this mascara off of my, I'm gonna try it really, because it's kind of a clump, so it's not gonna, there, whew, I was able to get that off. I have a little bit of mascara smudgy here. Okay, nice. All right, last step, something with the lips, because when you're on camera, you don't want your lips to like blend into the rest of your face. I don't really wear lip products. I just use like chapstick, but I have been really enjoying these ColourPop Just a Tint lip colors. These are from the Emily Noel bundle. I've been enjoying these a lot just because they give a little something. They are hydrating. My lips have been so dry recently. Like I don't even know why. So my favorite I think is Gimme S'more, which is great. But if you really want to go bold and, you know, have a statement lip, you know, on your Zoom meeting, this one's really nice. This is Treasure Island. So I'm going to do Gimme S'more because this is basically a my lip color, but a little better. It's really nude. On my skin tone, this doesn't really show up as much of anything. So this is kind of my go-to every day, what I wear. But if I'm going to be on camera and I want something to not look like I'm dead, I will take this one and just hit the center of my lips. And then kind of just blot together lightly. And that's it. That's it. That's what I do. Oh, stop the timer. Stop the timer. How long? Oh, 22 minutes. Okay, but I was talking a lot. So if we cut out all of my talking, I think we're looking at probably what, 15 minutes? Yeah, that seems about right. So this is my 15-minute, super fast. I'm not going anywhere, but I don't want to look horrific. Oh, eyebrows. God, I was looking in the monitor. I was like, I don't look right. Eyebrows. I use an eyebrow pencil. This is the Anastasia dark brown pencil. I forgot. Brush up. And then I go underneath the brow bone and then draw it to the outside. And then I kind of connect that point down to the tail of my brow. And then I do a line on the top of my brow. And then kind of just lightly fill. I don't fill it all the way, and then I try to brush it through to distribute the color so it looks a little more natural and not as like blocky or filled in. Then I will take some like hair-like strokes at the front of my brow. Just go up really quickly. And then again, brush them through with the spoolie. And then the other side again. Underneath the brow bone, draw a line from the tip of your brow to the arch. I draw it like diagonally up. And then from the arch, draw a line down to the tail. Then the top of the brow, connect that to the arch. Fill it in. Brush it through. And then do the little hair at the front of your brow again, and then brush that through. Ta-da! There we go. That looks better. I was like, something doesn't quite look right. Eyebrows. Forgot about eyebrows. Okay. So that is it. This is my, let's jump on this conference call really quickly, a makeup tutorial. I hope you guys are all doing well. I guess I'm supposed to say stay safe. I think that's a thing people are saying now. So stay safe, be smart. Don't let this get you down. It's gonna be all right. We will survive. And anyways, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys in the next video. And yes, all right. Toodaloo-doo. What? I tried to say like ta-da, toodle-doo, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I have no idea. All right, I'm shutting this down. Okay, bye.